Hello, this is Chris from the Cinema Savvy Movie Podcast, and I'm back with another reaction video today. Today we've got another Daredevil trailer. This is Marvel's Daredevil Season 2 Trailer 3. I sort of gave my opinion and review on what I thought of Daredevil in general as the character and the Ben Affleck movie, the TV show as well. In short, I thought Series 1, the Netflix Daredevil TV show, was nothing short of a masterpiece. I thought that the acting was fantastic. The script was top-notch, and now Stephen S. DeKnight, I believe his name is, he's recently just been confirmed that he will be directing Pacific Rim 2, so I'm really looking forward to that. So we're going to get to this trailer now. I can't wait for it. We're going to watch it together. I'm going to give my thoughts on it afterwards. So I'm going to click play now.
Would you believe it if I said I missed you?
No.
I need your help, Matthew. You're the only person I can trust.
Oh, sweetheart, you don't break into my house and then talk to me about trust.
I can't wait to see Elektra in this.
What do you want from me?
You fight better than anyone I know. And I have information. The Yakuza never left.
That's impossible. I drove them out of New York City.
No, you didn't. They just hibernated and watched you take out all of their enemies. Now, New York is ripe for the taking.
If we do this, nobody dies. Do you understand?
Hungry?
I like that she's got the thing.
I wonder if today's the day you're dead and you're living right. There are horrible things happening in this city. I'm done apologizing to you for who I am. The city needs me.
This isn't your city anymore.
My way isn't working. What if that never has?
The battle has begun, Matthew. There's nothing we can do but fight.
They're called the Hand. You cannot stop what we have started. The rising is coming.
Oh my god!
You've been working out, by the way. I appreciate that.
Oh, that looks awesome. Okay, I've got a lot to talk about in this one. So we get our first official look at Elektra in action. I think she looks fantastic. I would have liked them to have gone a little bit more comic booky with a costume. Like, she's got the whole red material going on in the comic book, but I guess this is more practical in terms of that she's a ninja and had ninja training and everything like that. And they do still keep the like the material over the mouth, which I really appreciate, because that wasn't in the Jennifer Garner one. Yeah, I just think everything that they're setting up for this second series looks absolutely phenomenal so far. It's definitely that sort of... it's going again, I mentioned this last time with the comparisons to Batman as a character, and one of the commenters said that, this completely slipped my mind, that Frank Miller, who did a run of the Daredevil comic, he also obviously wrote for Batman with The Dark Knight Returns. So you can see comparisons with the two. I mean, there's sort of like a League of Assassins thing going on here, which is pretty awesome. The action as well, it's that escalation. It's like in Batman where, you know, he starts out, he takes out the bad guy, and then with Daredevil's presence, or in the case of Batman, with Batman's presence, all of the villains rise up to try and meet his level of theatrics, and it looks like the same's happening here. It just looks awesome. It looks like there's a lot going on in this series. I mean, we're setting up Punisher and his feud with Daredevil, where we've got to continue Matt's relationship with Foggy and Karen, and Claire as well. And then we've got Elektra in it now, who's going to stir things up, and the Yakuza and the Hand and everything like that. So there's a lot going on. And I'm guessing it's still the 13-episode run, but it's nice that they have got a lot to work with in that time period. Another thing I could talk about is the costume. I mentioned this last time that it looks like he's got 2 new costumes in it at least, or maybe his original one sort of gets beaten up a bit because he's got like the stitching, the visible stitching all across the mask and everything. But in this, I might be wrong, so if someone wants to comment and just correct me, because it's been a while since I watched Series 1. But the costume that's showed in this looks different to the one he got at the end. It's like he's got red lenses this time. Very similar to sort of a Christian Bale's Batman costume at the end of Dark Knight with the white lenses. In this, he's got the red lenses. And the mask itself looks... it doesn't look like a full head mask. It looks like just like a piece that will go around the top, which will clip onto something else. I might be wrong, but it looks like a new costume. And if that is the costume they go with, I'm happy with that. Because I said this in my previous trailer one, that the one thing I didn't like about the original Series 1 of Daredevil on Netflix was the final costume that he got. I was really let down by it when the pictures started coming out in the posters. I thought, oh, this really doesn't look good. It was sort of like a body armor one, and I guess it just didn't suit Charlie Cox, like how it fit on his head and how the mask looked and everything like that. But it looks like they've patched it up this series, and maybe that was just the case of he was starting out, he had to get some kind of suit as a symbol. I sound like I'm quoting Batman Begins now. But now he's progressing and he's getting a better costume, so hopefully by the end of this series he'll have the costume that will be his classic one, which will move forward. Also, he's got the cane with the wire. I think that the Affleck movie made better use of that so far. It did get very CGI in that movie, but it was a comic book movie. It was a superhero, so it was kind of awesome to see. But at the end of this trailer where we see him jumping off the roof, he's using it, so I can't wait to see that. Yeah, I just love Daredevil. I said this last time, Daredevil's my favourite Marvel character. I find his backstory fascinating, his powers are really unique and different. And I can't wait to see what they do with the character, and hopefully, I'm sure it will, but hopefully it'll get a Series 3 and we can get on to Bullseye and Kingpin can come back, so I can't wait for this. I believe it comes out middle of March, I think, so not long to go. I'm planning on hopefully rewatching Series 1 so I'm fully caught up before it. But yeah, so that'll do it for my reaction. Be sure to comment and subscribe. Let me know what you thought of this new trailer, and are you looking forward to Series 2? Or if you know a lot about the Daredevil character, what are you most looking forward to seeing moving forward? In terms of our channel, we've got our Oscars live stream coming up this weekend. That's on the 28th of February. There'll be times in the description, or if you go on our Facebook and Twitter, we've got a poster up there which lists all the time for Eastern and Pacific Standard as well. In the UK, it will be the early hours on February 29th, so I believe that's Monday morning, so it might be difficult for a lot of people, but if you can, please spread the word. We want to see as many of you there as possible. There'll be games, we're going to be talking movies, we're going to be watching the Oscars themselves, and we've got we're going to make it competitive as well, because we had our Oscar predictions, so we're going to see who's got the most correct on the night of the Oscars. It's going to be a fun atmosphere, so please come along to it if you can. We'd really appreciate it. In terms of reviews, we'll have a review for Trumbo coming out sometime this week, just before the Oscars, which will round off our reviews on all the major Oscar hitters this time. And then we'll be just back to the old schedule of new movies coming out and getting reviews up for them. And obviously we'll have the reaction videos as well with myself, so if there are any other reactions you'd like to see me do, please drop me a comment below. We usually keep it to movies, but I wanted to make an exception this time with Daredevil because he is one of my favourite characters, and it does sort of tie in, I guess, to the overall Marvel Cinematic Universe. But yeah, anything like that, please do comment and subscribe to the page as well. And I will see you in the next video. So until then, thanks for watching.